I've been saying this for a while. We need control of the internet. And what's happening is that these corporations are, well, it was nice when independent establishers were like, hey, we've got downloadable content, help us with the program, and stuff like that. And, I didn't buy into that too much. I usually played, established games. The only one I actually bought was Exiled Kingdoms because it really is a really good game. Very Diablo-esque, if I may say. The thing is that, when we got companies like EA coming out with, it's been around for a while, downloadable content and stuff like that. And the thing is, it's like, well, why make even a hard copy? Because they're making a hard copy, which just raises the value of the product anyways. And the thing is that people should be able to burn their copies if they want to. They should just, But we got rid of, ROMs or discs. And, that's the thing. It's all digital content. Virtually is. Not many things actually use like disc. And, I don't know. I haven't bought a game that wasn't digital in a while, and I barely game and stuff. But I should was looking at the Switch and whatnot, but I'm still holding off on that. The thing is, the gaming market, what drives an economy is pornography, sports, and video games. Male disposable income. Right? And video game services, streaming services are becoming pretty popular all of a sudden. Just like Netflix, back in the day when they were still using DVDs and everything, and mail order, all of a sudden, and then, they had some stuff digitally, but and all of a sudden it's this, they're making, it's a mini Hollywood. And that's the thing is that, just like Amazon, how the hell did Amazon take out Sears? And it's competing with Walmart. And the fear of the establishment, and that's the thing is that there is becoming a new hierarchy. And Bill Gates is a prime example of this technological hierarchy. And just do some research into how he actually got some of his stuff. And freaking bought myself. By the way, it's just why you're like, why are your eyes all puffy? And maybe I'm just being insecure, and I am insecure about that. But freaking moving things around to get established into my temporary residency, we shall say. So, going back onto the point, I'm going on a little bit of a tangent here. The economy is, for media, has drastically changed, and what it really comes down to, and this is something I suggested, honestly, I should be a freaking millionaire because I freaking came up with a freaking jukebox that was hooked up to the internet years ago. Decades ago. But I digress. And just like having one card that was loyalty cards to all these other places, like Ross. You need do you need a loyalty card there? They always try to, maybe it's the credit card they're always trying to sell, but going to Food Line if they're still around, Safeway, the gas stations like AM, PM, and stuff like that, or Lowe's, or there's a loyalty cards, and it's like, how can anyone have You know, because we prove loyalty to other, you know, all these other places, and we can't just like carry around all these things and bombard our keychains and our wallets with these credentials. Why not have one simple card for that, right? And that's the thing, is part of the reason why cable is cable. It's because you're not able to pick your channels, just like well, I shouldn't specifically call it cable. I would say all well, satellite, anything outside of broadcast. I should say, like you're like with cable and subscription services, you're paying for channels that you don't want, but the thing is, they're still getting your money, and just because it pertains, which, okay, that's great and everything. I mean, but it's not necessarily fair that certain channels that actually, you know, provide substantial programming are suffering because that pretty much pays someone else out. That's not pulling their weight, you know, sort of thing. And so what this is doing is, you know, we pretty much open up subscription services, and it's like, oh my God, $10 a month here, $10 a month here. Well, why can't you all get together and actually be like, you know, if you want, you know, to watch wrestling, you know, UFC, and, you know, or make it, you know, where you pay for what you watch, you know, just open up full spectrum, and, you know, set a standard for all the channels and for what they watch. You know, there's microcents that come out, little, you know, pretty much paying for the internet for certain things on the internet. You know, instead, you know, and that's the thing, is we pay our cable subscriber, or, you know, our media supplier in this 1 month for however much data or whatever else, and excuse me, or unlimited, or heartburn eating pizza, and that's the thing, is that we'll be able to you know, channels that can't pull their own weight, or people that won't. And that's the thing, it's capitalism, not this crony capitalism that you know, that previous technology was providing us. And I mean, it really comes down to that. You know, with these, there is an artificial bubble being created in the streaming services, and what that's going to do is just create a bunch of lesser markets to fail, because Netflix and Amazon are controlling the streaming services right now. Maybe third. Who's Amazon? And well, that's the thing, is Amazon's becoming a monopoly. Just like, and there's nothing wrong with that, because, like, the only thing that's wrong with that is that that's going to give them too much power in the political spectrum of things. And so things that you and I can't do, they can do with ease. They just made the market more difficult, you know, and like that's why there's brands like Vudu and Hulu and Doo. I don't know. There's these other brands and stuff, but they're, you know, it's like, you know, part of the analogy, like McDonald's and Burger King. You know, and the thing is that Amazon is a Sears Roebuck of nowadays, and Netflix is the new Hollywood. We've seen over the last decades, I mean, it's definitely within this last decade, a lot of superstars in the Hollywood spectrum have made their way to doing commercials and TV appearances or TV shows or podcasts, stuff like that, because the money's not in Hollywood anymore. We're at a very pivotal time, people. And we should not give up our opportunities as others steal them right in front of our faces. Hopefully I was clear. Amazon is pretty much and Netflix are monopolized in the streaming market. And just like what Walmart has done to numerous towns by starving up the small businesses and whatnot. And the thing is that the towns that had Walmarts or that have Walmarts and small business, those are ethical people, because they realize that freaking the money that goes into Walmart doesn't stay in that town. Any town that can survive a Walmart is, they probably got a good burger. Now I've been traveling around a little bit, so take care, be safe, be kind, stay strong. I love you all, and sorry for being all over the place, but hopefully I was very informative and helped develop creative thoughts. I'm very abstract in my thinking, and I apologize for that. I know I'm very cryptic. I try to get people to think. Take care, be safe, be kind, stay strong. Love you all. Deuces. Rock the fuck out, motherfuckers.